Okay, so a little update on the Supersonicwake 48. Haven't ran it for a while, just been going on to other things. Last time we ran this it's got the 4070 TP motor in there. That's 1060 kV. What did we do? I ran the same the stock prop on it. The stock prop with the standard motor did 67. With this motor it did 75 k's an hour, we're talking. But then I put the 55mm prop on there, 5514. So we've gone from 50 to 55, and that speed controller couldn't handle it. It got up to 82 k's an hour, but we could only really do 80% throttle because it was cutting out. It was just too much amp draw for that. So I thought what we might do before I do want to go back to this speed controller and this motor combo, but before I go off of this, I might just see what this prop can actually do with a better speed controller, because the motor didn't get hot at all. So I was going to put a 300 amp in there, the 300 amp ZTW, but they're a bit of a pain because you got to run the extra battery pack. So what I'm going to do is run a 200 amp in there, and that hopefully should let me go flat out with that prop. Okay, so I've got my Seal 200 G2 speed controller in there. Made up a little plate to make it more part of the boat. So yeah, okay, so I've got it connected with the battery but not fully connected. I've just got to go through this switch to power it up. First thing I've got to do, like with any speed controller, is basically program it to tell it where full throttle is and where off is. So we do that, just hold it flat, power it up, hopefully we get some beeps. Hopefully, good. Let go. And that's it. It should work now. So I've told it where flat out was, and now it knows that's where neutral is. And I've got my throttle thing knob there on the 0. Now, is she going to work? The other thing, have I connected these 3 wires the way to make it go the right way? A miracle. Every now and then you get one right. So that's spinning the right way, so that's all done. Secondly, I've got to program the speed controller. Basically tell it the settings that I want. And to do this, this is the G2 box. It does actually a lot of things. You can check your LiPo voltages, stuff like that. Battery voltage 4.86, 14.86. There you go, 371, 373, 365. This is an old battery. It's probably from 10 years old, so I'm surprised it even works to power this up. So yeah, it can do that. It can actually control servos. It can do a few other things as well. That will involve reading instructions, which I'm not big on, so let's just do the basics. So you've got 2 different plugs on the side here. One is power if I was running a 300 amp speed controller with the no BEC. This has the BEC, which is the voltage it sends the voltage to the receiver through that red wire. It also sends the voltage to this. Now it's a bit different than any other one because you've got to connect this 4th wire up as well. So I've got my 4 wires on there. If I power it up, I don't need the radio on. It should light up. Oh yeah, we're getting somewhere now. ZTW G2. Warning, throttle loss protection. Let's see what that means. Do I need to turn that on? Okay. Yeah, okay. Let me just do this. I don't know what that's about. And I don't know why I needed that on. I don't think I need it on. Okay, running mode forward and backwards. Okay, so we're just going through the things. It's up or down here. I don't need reverse. I like to keep my cable intact rather than unwinding it. I don't want to go in reverse. Running mode forward only. Okay. What have we got? Ooh. Item. Ah, I see. Yeah. So just go through them all, change them, and then do the OK right at the end. Brake force off. We don't want no brake on there. timing auto. How do they do these? 30. It's doing in increments of 5. This is a dewind motor, so you want it low, maybe 5 degrees. But I'm just going to leave it on auto and just let it decide what it does. Maybe I can play around another time and run it on auto and see what it does temp wise, and then go to 5 and go to 10, see what happens. We might do that in another video. Motor is clockwise. I already know it's spinning the right way, so we're good there. SR function is on. What's an SR function? This is where you should read the instructions. It's set on, so I'm going to leave it on. Don't know. SR. I'm sure someone will tell me. Battery cells auto calculate. Yep, you definitely want that. Cutoff volt 3 volt, too low. So you want to push that up to 3.2. You definitely don't want it disabled. 3.2. And now you'll think 3.2. Why not have it at 3.8 or something? But when the batteries are under load, the cells are lower than they will be at static. So that might be on 3.8 when I bring it in. But when I was on throttle and it was pumping out the amps, it would have been pulled down to about 3.2. So that's why you set it to there. So even though it's on 3.8, you think I've got all the way down to 3 to work, but no, it's not like that. 3.2. What else have we got? Cutoff volt. Oh, okay. Item. Cutoff type, soft cutoff. You want soft because the other one is just a hard cutoff, and that means when it gets to 3.2, it'll just stop. You don't want that. You want it to slow down so you can bring it back in. So soft cut. BEC voltage. This is something I've never seen on another program card. Yeah, okay, why would I change that? 7.4. Acceleration. Everyone wants this one. So it's going in 1s and 2s, is it? 1, 0, 3, 2. Oh, okay. Some of them say 50%, 25%, stuff like that. I normally like to keep it low, but I'll go in the middle on this one. Okay, so acceleration 2. The reason I keep it low is because that's when you draw the most amps, when you're taking off. Now we're into telemetry. This is above my pay grade. I've never looked into any telemetry thing. Voltage minimum 14.4. MOS temperature. Wow, it's got a temperature thing in there as well. 16 degrees. Okay. So I've saved everything, and everything should be happy. Let's see. Forward, brake is off, timing auto, clockwise, SR function is on, battery cells auto, yeah, she's all saved. Real time telemetry, what if we change that? Real time, yeah, right. Okay, no, and that's that. We don't want to restore anything. Okay, done. So it should be ready for the lake. Need it. Wow, this is terrible.
I went in from up there.
From up there?
Yeah. I just reach over and drop it in. They put it in here and throw that under it though.
It might not go under it.
Yeah.
So where you be there, and I'll be.
I'll walk back over here. Yeah.
All right. both of us. I'll grab a bit of it, you grab a bit of it. That thing was flying.
Yeah, it's going well. Very well.
I've never had it going fast enough to flip it.
No.
And I was going with the wind. It wasn't like I was going into the wind.
I thought once it went over one time it was going to do it every time. And I was thinking like, oh, I'm going to have to bring this in and change some stuff on it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So we're only on 42 degrees on the motor. We're about off the cooler. 37 on the off the cooler. Speed controller's 37. Batteries are 50.
yeah, 50.
47 to 50. But yeah, that was going good. Probably try a different prop on there next time.
Yeah.